Hey guys! So, ignore my co-host for the day, or for the time being, I guess, until she decides to get up. I wanted to make a video to share with you guys about how I have been studying tarot lately. I have been kind of dedicating myself to this over the last probably 3 weeks, and I just wanted to share what my system is. It's not super it's not super different or unique, but hopefully you guys will get something out of it. So I first started by grabbing a Rider-Waite deck, because pretty much every deck that I have is Rider-Waite, so I wanted to get kind of the traditional Rider-Waite. And this is the one that was recommended to me by Erica from Raw Spirit. So I grabbed this off of Amazon for, it was like $13 if I'm not mistaken, so pretty cheap. I'm gonna get a bag for it because these US Games decks with these boxes, they're so flimsy. But yeah, so it's not much different from the yellow box Rider-Waite. It is very much, the colors are just a little more vibrant, but not terribly off. I was looking into the Radiant-Waite, but the colors were just so vibrant that I just wanted something a little closer. So, you know, why not get the traditional Rider-Waite? But I saw this one and I thought it was, I mean, I don't know, I just really liked it. So yes, I grabbed this. The cool part is the backs. I like the backs. Versus the like weird plaid on the yellow box Rider-Waite. So yeah, grabbed that, and then what I did is stay. Luna's like, why are you like this? I grabbed just a journal, cheap journal. These are $5 at Michael's, and they kind of come in these cute little prints. Of course, this is so witchy. My Book of Mirrors is much like this too, except for it's got like galaxy stuff on it, and it says it's just a phase. And $5, I mean, they're like a little flimsy. Like, I don't think they would hold up being in a bag all the time and stuff, but they will do the trick. So I grabbed this, and then I did my web thing again, kind of, for the things that I wanted to put in this. This whole web thing is working perfectly for me. I did this for my Book of Shadows, my Book of Mirrors, and my tarot journal. So I just did a web where I threw in the things that I would like to include in my tarot journal. But I think I have decided to probably keep spreads and stuff out of it, because I think I'm probably going to put those in my Book of Mirrors. I've already done one full moon spread, which I threw in my Book of Mirrors. So this is pretty much has become just like a dedicated study journal. So I took my deck and I scanned all of them in through my scanner onto my computer. And then I first did, just me attempting to be creative there, I first just did a quick key for the major and minors by their suits. And this key I took from Holistic Tarot by Annabelle Wen. So I just like a quick reference, and then I listed the decks that I own. Bye, Luna. My co-host has left. And then what I did is I took the deck and I scanned it in, and I made little tiny stickers. I used scrapbooking tape, which I highly recommend if you guys are putting in anything in a book. The cool part about doing this is it's thin, so it doesn't add a whole lot of bulk to the book. And this other, I mean, you can see where it kind of flexes there a little bit, but it's really not that bad. And then the other thing that I did, and this, I actually got this idea from Rose, the Cackling Moon, is I put the cards on one section here, so they're on one side of the page, and then they kind of flip-flop. So once you get through the majors, then we go to the wands, and now they're on this side of the page, and they kind of alternate back and forth, as you can see. So that didn't take long to scan, print, and cut up, and then just throw some scrapbooking tape on and put them in here. And so I have basically been going through I am on the Emperor now. I've been kind of doing like a card or two a day, depending on if I have the time to do it. And I have been just writing about the card, and I've been giving myself about a couple pages because I wanted to save some room in the back of the book, and I'll get to that in a moment here. But so, and I've been kind of doing different pens for whichever one I feel like it's whatever color, because I have a whole bunch of different pens in here that I use for my planner and stuff too. So I have been going through and just looking at the card and writing down, you know, my first initial impressions of the things that I see, and not so much even just on a physical aspect, but what those things might give me, might branch out thoughts on. For instance, for the Empress here, she's sitting upon some deep red pillows, and I kind of thought like that might be symbolistic of like blood or menstruation. So that's one thing. I mean, it's kind of just been branching out a little bit further than just what I physically see. And then I kind of go into what emotions I feel from the card, and just basically what colors do I see in there, and then what the environment is like when I describe that, and down to pretty much every detail I can possibly get. And then I describe the figure, what pose she's in, what her expression is, her clothes, her hair color, everything. And I'm such a visual person that this helps me kind of really study the card and be able to understand it on a very visual level. So, and kind of get into the symbolism too, and I feel like that's going to help me more intuitively read, and I've realized that once I understand this Rider-Waite, then I can start to understand every other Rider-Waite, basically. So I'm just gonna quick get into the back of the book here on what I have been doing, or what I want to do. So it ends with the swords, and then I have this much left, and I thought I could put spreads in here, but then I was like, you know what, I've got a couple of great excuse me, resources here for exercises, and I thought I would go through these books a little bit in holistic tarot, but I think more tarot for yourself because it's a personal workbook, and write down the exercises in the journal. And then I might, once this is filled up, I might do another journal with exercises and stuff too, if I feel that's fit, if I feel I want to go further. But that's basically what I have done for my tarot study so far, and I would absolutely love to take a physical class, but I don't have the money for that kind of stuff. So this is kind of what I'm doing to dedicate myself to learning tarot. So I hope it's been helpful for you guys. The one other thing that I kind of wanted to talk about, I'll put this away in a bit, is I had mentioned before on this channel that a really good friend of mine has a podcast called Below the Void, and it's all things paranormal. I'm going to once again link them below, and the reason why I'm mentioning them again is because I actually did a guest spot on their podcast, and that episode will be airing this Saturday, I believe. So if you guys want to hear me give my friend a reading and talk tarot with him a little bit, I will put that link down below. Look for that on Saturday the 23rd, because it's tomorrow. This is Friday. Freya's Day, yay! And the cool part about what I've been learning so far is I brought the Wild Unknown with me because that's what I wanted to read with. But I gave him a basic 3-card spread reading, and I told myself that unless I really needed it, I was not going to look at that guidebook. And that's what I've been kind of doing when I've been reading for my friends and stuff. And I actually did. I was actually really proud of myself. I didn't look at the guidebook, and I just trusted my intuition, and I basically just gave him a really good reading. So it worked out well. But I hear one of my kiddos up, so I have to go take care of them and mom now. But I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Please check out the podcast, and I think I will be uploading another video tomorrow because my Wild Crystals box comes tomorrow, so there'll be another off-camera video, sorry. But anyway, bless the bee, guys. Have a great week.